Welcome back to the Tidarium Hangout. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for April 26th, 2020. It's been quite an eventful week. Here in Oklahoma, we're starting to open back up. We'll probably be 100% full go by May 1st. That's kind of crazy. And as I predicted, most of the retail establishments are not staffed to handle this. So please be kind to those people when you're out and about. And it just seems like everybody wants to get a haircut, right? Let's get into it. So we're going to come out of the gate swinging, talking about the biggest topic this week, and that's Fans Toys Thomas and their version of Astro Train, and the price has dropped for that. Price has popped up for that, more like it. $220 to $19.99. Now this is from TF Source, and I also checked Toy Dojo, I checked Chosen Prime, all those places, and they're about the same. So here's the thing, if you're like me, you probably expected it to be $150, and then you could pre-order it through Shozi and get it for $130. Well, that's not what's going on. So let's talk about this real quick and move on after that. But the fact that it's $220 makes me think that Fans Toys is charging $110, Fans Toys is charging more. There is no absolute MSRP in the third-party world. Basically, what these third-party companies charge, the distributors usually add a modifier. I think it's double, but I don't know exactly what the modifier is that they add. So it's not like they set the price the same way Hasbro does. And looking at this, that means Fans Toys is asking more and charging more. So what is the difference in this figure? Is it using a lot more materials? Is there a lot more hardware? Because, you know, I paid $134, $133 for Hydra, and that's a 6 changer. So this is a triple changer. So 3 changes versus 6, really strange. Now, I'm going to get mine from Shozi. I assume their price is going to be $180, so that would be a little bit easier. And then, of course, you have the double down on your pre-order deposit, plus you have the Shozi points, and all of that stuff adding up, getting it closer into the 170 range, maybe even 168, 167, who knows, but their price isn't up yet. But anyway, this is going to be interesting to find out how big this is, how hefty it is. I guarantee you it's not going to be as tall as their other $220 option, which was Phoenix. So has the dollar eroded that much? So I want to slide into talking about a few other pre-orders that Shozi that are going on right now. They're also just announced this week the Generation Toy GT10A Gorilla Optimus Primal Chrome White version. Now this is going to be almost 10 inches tall, made of plastic and die cast, and it's just a repaint of the Generation Toy Beast Wars homage GT10 to look more like Ultra Magnus. Kind of cool, and you know, it's got sort of that cybermech look and not an organic look to it. This one does have a price. It is $98.99. Guess this is the weeks of Ultra Magnus. So Flames Toys Furai Model Ultra Magnus Kit IDW version is up for pre-order at Shozi right now. It is $68.99, and of course this is the same as all the other ones except painted white to be Ultra Magnus, and it's 6.3 inches tall, IDW version, good articulation with over 50 movable joints. Joints are made of soft plastic. This does need to be assembled by the collector. And also for pre-orders is Devil Hunter DH06 1/100th scale metal frame alloy complete model. It's pre-ordered for $1 so far. Doesn't have the full price on it. It's gonna be small, but it is made of plastic and die cast, and it should be out in late December. Still don't have pictures of exactly what it looks like, so these silhouettes are here, sort of what was going on back in like the 2014 era. There's also the DH07, all the same stuff about it, and this line looks like it might be quite interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like when they're actually in robot form, what all is going on with this whole thing. Alright, so Zeta is coming out with their metallic version of Bruticon. It's the same colors as Bruticon, meaning the second iteration. But now this third iteration is going to have a metallic look to it, and I like the look. But if you already have Bruticon, it's one of those things, they just keep making it a little bit better and more tweaks on it until it's, I guess, perfect. I don't know if it's ever going to be perfect, but it does look good. I think it looks great. So some of the features: upgraded combined mode head with sound, light effects, and special detailing. Upgraded back cannons with missile launchers. Upgraded soft rubber rollable track for uproar figure. And upgraded LED lights for racket figure. So if this is something that you're in for, if you're still wanting to get one, it shows he's got it up for $394 or something like that. So it's right around the 400 mark for the entire set. And to have it completely coated in metallic paint, that's pretty cool. Or is it just a metallic looking plastic? No, it's got to be paint. That whole thing's got to be painted. So there's got to be some additional cost to it. And with that, I think it's worth it. Next on the agenda in the Masterpiece world, we have Toy World's Freedom Leader. More pictures of this guy looking pretty good. And, here's how big he is. So he is considerably taller than any of the other primes that are out. So like MP44, MP10, and that's one of those things. This is a good shot to show how big he is, how tall he is. Here's also a good shot in his alt mode. And it looks like a super G1E Prime or a pretty G1E Prime. That works for me. You can't have a movie Bumblebee Optimus Prime without a movie Bumblebee. So here is the movie Bumblebee from Transcraft. And it looks okay. I mean, it's not done. It's not painted. It shows, I don't know, I guess, what's die-cast? Everything that's already painted is supposed to have metal, I thought. But anyway, here's another angle of them. And it should be coming out soon. And these Bumblebees aren't as big as I thought they'd be. I think the one we already have out is it a Transform Element one? And I've heard mixed results on that one. So let's see all 6 of these different Masterpiece versions and how they work out. Getting more pictures of the Generation Toy version of Sideswipe, their Red Bull. Now this thing is coming in stock at Shozy right now, so if you've got this on pre-order, then you're going to be getting your payment request, so you need to get it paid for so you can get it in your hands. If this is something that you want, pretty interesting take on Sideswipe. Now I said this week is packed, and this is something I didn't expect out of left field. And here we go with Rising Force. Is it Rising Force? Yeah, it's the Rising Force drag strip. So this will probably be the first one that they put out. They're not giving up. A 4th Masterpiece Minosaur is still in the race. Or maybe I'll consider it entering the race once they've released it. Really strange choice of colors for, doesn't even look 3D printed. Interesting choice of colors for the prototype. But it's always fun to have prototype colors. That's the prototype RC colors, looks like, that they chose for this thing. But it does look okay. I hope that this is a super ultra budget set, and I hope they're pretty big. I don't want them to be trying to put something out that's a little too small. It's just not going to sell. I don't think it'll find a market. But if it's the right size, if it matches the rest of them, it will find a market. So stay in there, hang in there, Rising Force. Now, if you're like me, you're probably wondering, where are these tapes that they promised us 9 months ago? MMC said, hey, we're making the Autobot cassettes. Where are they? They're nowhere to be found. Well, here's a picture that's popped up from MMC showing they're still working on it. I assume from this picture that Eject and Rewind are going to be first. And that's what somebody was telling me, a rumor in the rumor mill, a rumor of a rumor of a rumor. And the thing is, it makes a lot of sense. Why not put out a figure that you're going to make double the money on, that mold, right away? That'll be the first one out of the gate, make all that money to fund these other ones. But for whatever reason, I thought Ramhorn would be first, but I guess not. Maybe these guys will be first. Hey, I'm excited for them. I think they're really cool. And MMC has done an incredible job with the tapes. They need to keep it going and stay in that lane. Looking forward to it. So I'm pretty excited about McFans Toys and what they're doing. I think we've seen some color pictures of this before, but I think they were renders. And this is the actual product, and it does look good. I like the way that this looks, the Inspiration Bat. But I haven't actually seen the Bat in the actual Bat mode with all the paint and all of that. So it looks good. So I figured I'd share that. What I'm used to seeing is what we're still seeing with this guy and Crocodile. Beckham Crocodile. and it's still a render. That's what I've been looking at all along with that one. And so it's going to make a nice little team, a nice little set of headmasters on the shelf. I do like how they toss in an extra head or two with the headmasters. That's a lot of fun, and that's really cool. And it looks like good old Magic Square is making something. Is it sticky? It's transparent. Is it sticky? Hey, shout out to the Realm of Collector guys every Monday, Tuesday night, 7 Central. If you're into Transformers, you can tune in at 8 Central, whatever, give them a like. But you'll probably enjoy. They talk about it. They'll be talking about how sticky all this sticky stuff is from this week because it's transparent. But anyway, this is going to be their version of Ultra Magnus. For whatever reason, it's orange and it is clear, translucent. And if that's a thing that you're in for, I know a lot of people just really love the clear, the translucent, the clear look. I think it does look cool, but for myself, I really want just Super G1, and that's where I'm at with that. But New Age is joining the clear, sticky fun also. And here they are with their Outback and their Brawn and their clear, and that's interesting looking. They didn't make the head clear. Let's make it clear. The head's not clear. If you look at it, you see that's painted. It's probably cast in clear, but painted. Anyway, if that's something that you want, it's cool. They also have some nice little backgrounds to their pictures that they're throwing up. So if you want to see some pictures with backgrounds, well, there you go. This is a nice little drive on the beach. Next thing you'll know, we'll probably have clear Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Before we get into the mainline stuff, I didn't know where to stick this, so I'm going to stick this here. But it's a Battlestar Galactica Titan, a huge Battlestar, transforms into the Titan. And so this thing is the pictures of it showing up. It's interesting looking. There's probably a market for. I would be interested in hearing what everybody else's thoughts are on it, because it's just something so obscure, so far out there, but yet it seems like it makes sense in a way. I don't know, what's your thoughts? Leave your thoughts on that in the comments. Warning, these pictures might not be suitable for all audiences. Once these pictures have been seen, they cannot be unseen. Proceed with caution. You have been warned. So, those of you that are on the budget collectors like to hear about some clearance sales. If you're in on this Soundwave, if you haven't picked it up yet, or you want to get yourself a spare 1, 2, or 3, or whatever, they're on clearance for $13. It just happened, I think, Friday. It clearanced out. None in my town, of course. I had to go out of town on a road trip to find me a couple, but man, I hit the jackpot here. Look at all these. These are the ones I left behind, mind you. Pretty impressive. But not as impressive as $5 2-pack cassettes. How do you go straight from 20 bucks to $5? Now, I know that this whole series has been a little strange. It went from the Soundwave being 50 to 30 to out of stock to now in stock everywhere. This thing went from 20 to 11 and then out of stock and then back in stock for 20 and now it's 5. So it's crazy. It says it was 11, but I never saw it skip down to 11. It went straight from 20 to 5 in this store. But anyway, it's $2.50 a figure. That's outstanding for the 2-pack. Anyway, I had to get a couple more. So yeah, the same week I make a video about how the Thrill of the Hunt is dead, stuff starts to show up. There's not a lot going on in mainline, but there's going to come out with an LED Matrix of Chaos for the Siege Nemesis Prime, and that's kind of interesting. It's got a light-up gimmick inside of it, and it's going to be 3D printed. And so if this is something you want, you're in for it. Here's what it would look like in the chest for you. So that is something. That's something different. I like the light-up stuff, the light-up gimmicks, and adding that to all the figures. I know not everybody likes the light-up gimmicks, but I do, and so with that, it's kind of a win for me. Although I'm not picking up the Nemesis Prime, so there's that. So XM Studios is making a Transformers Premium Collectibles Grimlock dual Grimlock statue. So here's the Grimlock, and now they've revealed the companion piece is what they're calling it. So it's going to be a Dino mode version, and it does look pretty good. These statues do look amazing, and they look so real, and they capture the reality or as close to whatever reality it's based on. And so with that, it looks good. It's expensive. And here it is. It looks like it's less paint from this in this picture and this angle. But yeah, looks pretty cool. But I don't know, what's cooler? A life-size Grimlock made out of cardboard? Maybe that's cooler. This is a fan-made, fan project cardboard version of Grimlock. This is the Dino mode. It actually does transform. Here it is, getting a little bit of the transformation on. Trying to turn from the dinosaur into the bot mode, and pretty impressive. It looks pretty good. Completely made out of cardboard, and it looks that good. Now, when I was a kid, I made little transformers out of cardboard. I have to admit, they were never, ever this complex and never this detailed. Now I see the error of my ways. I should have put a lot more time into it and a lot more effort, and I could have done this. No, probably not. That's pretty impressive. I do like it. I like all the detail that went into it. So for those of you Star Wars fans out there, guess what's starting to show up at Walmart? Yep, it is the Retro Collection figures. And here's the thing, they should be getting a couple of cases in with this mod. It looks like a preset mod, but the Walmart I was in had it, and it wasn't preset. Maybe they took it out of this because of the size and the space. They didn't have room for it. But anyhow, this is going to be exciting. Well, imagine walking into your Walmart and just seeing all this. That would be super exciting. That same mod set is also got this as another angle of it, so it's an end cap. And look at all those Fed helmets. The Fed helmets that are, what, 120 or something is the retail on that. And those Fed helmets are going to be pretty awesome. The Black Series helmets, I think they're great. I think that they're not quite EFX 650, but for 120, they're close enough for me. Here's a picture, my experience, that same Walmart, going out of town and hitting the jackpot here. I was able to score the Retro Collection. Again, this is pictures of stuff I left behind, I left on the shelf, so other people can get some stuff too. But look at this. This is what set me in a rant last week, is that Target had the figures, wouldn't sell them to me, and they said that they're street dated. Target's system said it's street dated. Walmart did not have a street date, so that's a Target thing. I was able to buy them with no problem. There was no hassle. So, again, Target's usually pretty good. I don't know where the street date came from, but I will be doing the Retro Collection comparison to actual vintage carded figures. I don't know why people on YouTube don't like doing that. You never see vintage carded Star Wars versus the Retro Collection Star Wars. So I'm going to do that comparison. I'll have it Monday. Yeah, Monday. Yeah, Monday. So, Baby Yoda should start showing up pretty soon. Okay, the child. Let's be correct. It's the child. No, it's Baby Yoda. I'm going to call him Baby Yoda. I don't care what anyone says. But I pre-ordered 2 of these because I know my son's going to want one. And so when we get them, he's going to be super excited, super stoked to get them. For $10, actually, the hype around this figure and this character, $10 is not a bad price, considering it's going to be small like the Porgs. This is the exact same size box as the Porgs. Himself, he's bigger than a Porg, but that's going to be pretty cool to get this guy. I only wish he would have come with his little baby cradle thing. For those of you Black Series collectors out there, and you collect the 6-inch, Mayfex is making their 6-inch version of the Mandalorian. Good old Mando in his Beskar gear, and he looks pretty good. The shots, the pictures are kind of grainy. I think what they are pictures out of a catalog. I don't know why the pictures look so bad. And so with that, it's probably why the pictures comparing it to SH Figuarts make it look not so good. I mean, really, it doesn't look bad. Mayfex is a good company, and they make good stuff, but the SH Figuarts looks better. I have to admit, though, I'm perfectly happy with the $20 Black Series one. I just think it looks good, and Hasbro does good work, even though SH Figuarts and Mayfex probably will be better, a little bit better articulated, just a little bit. I'd be happy with Hasbro, but any one of these options would be great. If you're looking at Hasbro 20, these 50 to 70, depending on which one you get and where you get it. Gentle Giant's doing a whole bunch of busts, but this is what surprises me is they're doing a bust already of Ahsoka version of Clone Trooper. So if you haven't watched Clone Wars, you have no idea what this is about. If you haven't watched the Clone Wars, you don't know what it's about. If you haven't watched Clone Wars, I'm not going to tell you what it's about. Well, actually, I haven't seen Friday's episode yet. I guess I need to get on it. What? Do I call myself a Star Wars fan and I haven't watched the latest episode yet? So this is something that I think is going to be pretty interesting. The Mandalorian Gallery, whatever. There's going to be the original series streaming starting May the 4th. May the 4th be with you with 8 installments of The Mandalorian behind the scenes. So this is going to be a really good look at the filming and the creation and making of this series. Now, this is a phenomenon in 2019, and it's genius to make 8 more shows about the making of them. I never would have thought of that, but that's how much confidence they had in it. You know, they greenlight season 2 before anybody got to watch all of season 1 to know if it's even a hit. They knew it was a hit. They knew it was a hit when they were filming these behind the scenes, and it's going to be enjoyable to watch. And on May 1st, Hasbro Pulse is going to be having a live presentation of sort. I don't know what it is. I mean, I really can't figure out exactly what. I assume they're just going to talk about product that's coming out. I think they're probably going to have a few special things hitting on the 4th, and they're going to hype up those 4th items. They're going to be hyping up all the stuff that's coming, is what I think it is. But then again, I could be wrong. It's interesting. It's something new. We would have expected to see it on the 4th, but if something's coming out to buy on the 4th, why not throw some hype out a few days early, right? So, I'm a little, I guess I could say, a little irritated about the D4 Deluxe version of the Black Series. So, we see that we're going to get a Deluxe Luke and Yoda. Now, this Yoda will be, what, the 5th or the 6th iteration of the MP version of Yoda. We got the original, we've got the archive way, we've got the one that I just picked up the other day, and then we got this. So that's 4. I got a little overzealous. 4 versions of the Black Series Yoda that'll have come out. Oh no, 5, because you have the Spirit Yoda. So we don't need another Yoda. I'm sorry, we just don't. And Luke should just come with a backpack. I mean, there's no need. Dagobah Luke with a backpack. No need for a Deluxe. Don't take up a Deluxe slot. It's not a Deluxe figure. It doesn't make any sense. And a Deluxe figure should be like 25, maybe 30, not 45. They're trying to really up this price. I don't want now Deluxes to come out and now be $45 for Deluxe. I'm glad I got my Pro Droid. Well, I can get it for $30, you know? So yeah, what an action-packed week we had. I wonder if next week's going to be as exciting. Maybe it'll be even more exciting. Let me know what you think about this week's Weekly News and Review. What else did I miss in this extremely action-packed week? And what's all going on? Like, subscribe, and Tidarium Hanger out.